been around and know what I'm saying. So it's not a fan base, man. You know, look at club. You know what I mean? You're either with it or you're not with it.
Here's to the story. That's Rodney's story. And big up, of course, to the pub. I think one of them there, I need to take this piece of art and go, yeah, I did it, you know. Yeah, I'm an art lover. Big deal. So, having been a guest speaker at a graduation recently, and the theme was Dream Big, Achieve More. It dawned on me when I was speaking to these the grade six graduating class, that a lot of the times big dreams exist. And I always say to people, dream big. And of course, you know the long time argument. A dream is nothing unless you actually put some action into it. And a dream is only a dream, you know. We know all of that. But we have a lot of people who realize, and I've been down that road before a few times sometimes, so I understand it. But I haven't really fallen victim to the small mind. So this is really about people with big dreams and small mind. You see, when you sit down and decide in yourself, say, you have a big dream, and you mats it out and you say, all right, cool. And then what starts to happen? You have a small mind because your mind is not as big as your dreams. And your mind tell you that the big dream you have, impossible. We don't understand how that works because one would think that it's the same mind you use and create this big dream. How you use your mind and create a big dream and allow that same mind to get to a point where it's small enough to tell you that you can't achieve the big dream. That don't make sense to me. I think a lot of the times the people who talk about their big dreams talk to people who don't have the big dream and the big mind. You know the moment when you go talk to people and say to them, yo, my maths out that thing out. I've worked this out completely, or at least I'm on the way to creating this entire image of the big dream that I have. And the first thing them tell you, but how you gonna do that, brother? And they find the pitfalls, they find a lot of the negatives, they find a lot of the, not the what if this happened and done, but what if this happened and nothing can go on after that? Them not showing a light. Them only are keeping in the darkness. That too is one of the reasons why people sometimes are afraid to share them big dreams with others. Because they believe, oh, too many people out there are throw darkness upon them bright big dreams. But the most important person involved in the big dream is you. You can't have big dreams and small mind. You can't tell yourself that you have a, let's say, a production and it does well in Jamaica, and you say to yourself, one day I want to take this and put it, let's say a play, and you want to put it on Broadway. You have a big dream, but you can't make any step after that. Some call it fear. I'm not talking about fear, because a lot of people have fear and still accomplish big dreams. I'm talking about when your mind gets small, when you're able to think yourself into such smaller space that your big dream now becomes diminished. I'm talking about the fact that you're able to create all kinds of bigness and think, what them say, bigly. And your dream then becomes something that you look at and say, you know, one time gone, but you dream about being this and dream about doing that and dream about being in this place and that place and accomplishing certain things. But, and you reduce your mind from a massive expanse of ideas to a small space that says, but it can. You look and say, oh, but you know how much big people out there in the business, you know how much accomplished people out there. How somebody like me, who's so small, so insignificant, like I'm nobody. how must I step into this big dream with all these big players in the big dream? It's not their dream, it's your dream. How somebody else and their dream or the reality that they have accomplished, how that make you look at your own dream and decide, say, because theirs is so big. Let me tell you something. You know how a lot of people you out there and see who have accomplished their great dreams. You think a lot of them, they just simply just get up and it just happen? No. They understood that the mind it took to create a big dream is the same mind it can take to achieve it. And maybe you need to give yourself, what them call it these days, grace and space to understand that not because you have a big dream and it is not happening exactly how you want it all at once, means that your dream is not happening. Some dreams take a time. Pieces of the dream can come together, right? Same way how your dream moves from one stage to the next. Don't just dream and imagine that, all right, because you don't see the end at the same time as you start, then that means you need to think small now. And don't make people tell you, here, don't think big. Thinking small steps and small steps will become big things. No. But if you're going to take the time and dream big, make a big decision to have a big mind. Because that's what it takes to make a big dream happen. You cannot have big dreams and small mind. It is one of the worst things that can happen. I'm going to say it again. The same mind that creates a big dream is the same mind that must be big enough to understand, say, guess what? Walk hand in hand and get it done. Keep the right people around you. Don't be afraid to share your ideas with the right people. Always remind yourself of exactly why this is the dream you want. Because if you don't believe in your own dream, don't expect me or anybody else to believe in it. If the world don't believe in your dream, it don't matter. There's somebody else in the world who wants to hear about that dream and help to make that dream happen. And if you find yourself in a space where people look at your dreams and they want you to have a small mind because them not have big dreams, change your circle. Understand this. Big dreams are possible. Big accomplishments are possible. Small minds will always make it impossible. Allow your mind to be as big as your dreams, and everything will work out. Trust me. And if ever you have doubt, take the time, have some doers, because some are dreamers, some are thinkers, and some are doers. Here's to the story. That's Rodney's story. Cheers.